Hi, Lola here, and today we're going to talk about urinary incontinence and what you can do using the Joy-On Kegel weights to help solve that problem. First off, there's three types of urinary incontinence, three main types. There's stress, which is when you cough or sneeze. Urge is when you feel like you have to go to the bathroom really badly and you can't quite make it there. And mixed, which is a combination of both stress and urge. Causes of urinary incontinence are things such as pregnancy and childbirth, the damage that can be done to our pelvic floor muscles during pregnancy and childbirth, chronic constipation, especially with straining, chronic cough, heavy repetitive lifting such as working out at the gym, and some medical diseases. What happens with these causes of urinary incontinence is that we end up with weak, uncoordinated pelvic floor muscles. And these pelvic floor muscles also lack the timing necessary to stop that incontinence or that leakage from occurring whenever you cough and sneeze. So the Joy-On Kegel weights can help with these problems. So what we're working on here is we're working on, this is a model of the pelvic floor. It's missing the outside, the most superficial layer of muscles. This is the deeper layer of muscles. And the muscles go from both of your tailbones, or your sit bones, ischial-tuberosities as we call it, both of your sit bones, or your ischial-tuberosities as we call it, back to your tailbone, and then up here to the pelvis. So it forms a sling of muscles. And this sling of muscles runs from the anus back here to the vagina up here. So the same muscles that support around the anus also support around the vagina. So therefore, when you do your Kegels, if you think about holding back gas, and you can feel your movement from your rear end, back more from your back passage than from the front, you're still involving the front, okay? Because all of these muscles work together. So when you do a proper Kegel, you want to pull in and up. You have to have both a squeeze and a lift. If you were looking at this in a mirror, you would actually see your anus and your vaginal area sort of wink and pull in and upward. You also want to do a Kegel without using your abdominal, your gluteal, your buttocks, or your leg muscles. All of this area should stay relatively quiet while only these muscles work. Okay, there's a couple of different kind of Kegels you can do. One of them is what we call an elevator Kegel, and that's where you pull up gently at first, a little bit more, a little bit more. You go up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and down 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. You always want to be sure that you're exhaling when you do your contraction. So if you count out loud, you'll be exhaling. So there's an elevator contraction, a quick flick, which is just a real quick squeeze of the muscles that pull up and in and relax. And then there's a longer hold where you can hold for a longer time. And you can use all of these Kegels with the weights, with the Kegel weight sets. So you've determined that you have weak pelvic floor muscles. So the next thing you want to do is you want to determine what size or what weight you want to use to initially start off. You can use our complete guide to Kegel weights. It's all explained in here. But one of the things you can look at is if you're starting to do this, you're probably pretty weak. So you probably want to start with the white weight, which is the very lightest weight. And each of the weights amounts are written on the tail. This one happens to be 25 grams or 0.9 ounces. You will insert this weight into the vagina just like you would a tampon. So you would put it up and in, and you can do this while you're lying down or standing, either one. And the tail will be out about this far, just like you would a string on a tampon. So if you can stand up and walk around very easily and keep this weight in for a couple of minutes, then you're probably ready to go on and progress to the next weight. If you stand up and you feel it falling out right away, then you're going to need to start your exercises lying down. And you will either do them lying down on your back, your side, or your stomach, either way, or you could do them sitting. And you can do your 3 different types of Kegel contractions. You can practice with that while feeling this weight up inside of you, which will cue you in to what muscles to use. You can also take the tail and very gently pull on the tail a little bit. So that little bit of movement around the weight will cue you into those muscles. You can try to hold it in while you pull on the tail. As you get better at that and you're stronger, you can hold it in against your pull, then you might be ready to stand up. When you do stand up, try leaning on something as you stand up, because that will help you pull in those anterior muscles a little bit more and hold that weight in. As soon as you can easily hold that one in and do some of your exercises, then you're ready to progress to the next level. So you'll do that. You'll go through all the different levels, and you'll do some different exercises such as standing, going up and down on your toes, doing little squats. You can do some vacuuming with them. Whatever you need to do to strengthen these pelvic floor muscles. And always remember, if you need us, we're there. We're no more than an email away. Just email us at the address in here or online, either one, and we'll answer your questions. We're always standing by to help. So, have fun with your new Kegel weights, and happy Kegeling.